What does perfect even mean?
So let's take a break again from those Umbral videos, and I would like to fulfill one request from some members of the Grind team, and that is a video on this crazy pirate-like cannon, the Zarr. To tell you honestly, I don't like this weapon at first, as I'm really annoyed by its self-damage, but with a few tests and practice, I find out that the Zarr is really good after all, when you know how to handle it well, and pair it with the perfect Warframes. Then this weapon can even be brought in endgame levels. So, let me tell you how amazing this weapon is. So what makes this weapon good? When we take a look at its stats, it has a really good critical chance, with really high critical damage and status chance. This weapon has also an innate blast damage, which is good for flesh and machineries. It has 2 fire mode. The cannon mode, which is best utilized in range combat. Now, this mode is suited for long-distant targets or grouped enemies because this mode fires bomblets that increases its explosive range and have status chance and critical chance, which are independent with its main projectile. The best part is, the bomblets don't deal self-damage, only the initial blast, while its barrage mode is best utilized in close-quarter combat as it deals heavy damage to the target. The main downside of using this weapon is, it has high self-damage. In fact, the cannon mode's initial explosion does deal full self-damage, making this weapon really dangerous for your Warframe. In addition, the barrage mode has only 10 meters maximum range. It also has a really small magazine size, and worst, it draws ammo from the rare sniper ammo pool. So I advise you to bring mutation mods or your carrier when you want to use this weapon in endurance runs. Lastly, status chance is split between each of the cannon mode's bomblets and barrage mode's pellets, requiring simultaneous hits to maximize status procs. Hearing all of that, you might say that the Zarr has a pretty even pros and cons, and you may conclude that it's not really a good weapon. But don't fret, as with the right builds, you can make the Zarr a weapon of mass destruction. Now, a normal Zarr build modded for corrosive will do decent damage to these level 125 corrupted heavy gunners. What more can it do when we stripped away all of their armors and mod it with viral plus / damage with the help of hunter munitions? Before we proceed to the builds, let me give you a small piece of advice. When using the cannon mode of this weapon, I suggest that you always aim for the feet of the enemies. When you target them directly, those bomblets will bounce back towards you. What we want is for these bomblets to bounce forwards and hit the target with more damage, and also, damage enemies that are close to the target. Okay, now let's take a look how I modded my Zarr. So this is the build I'm using against those level 125 corrupted heavy gunners. It's a hybrid build that has 2 dual status mods, and the usual point strike and vital sense. I also added hunter munitions for some / damage. And yes, I have heavy caliber on this build. This mod is perfectly suited for this weapon as its cannon mode has pinpoint accuracy and heavy caliber has a minimal accuracy penalty on this weapon while using its cannon mode. Now, I would like to explain how split chamber works for this weapon. Multi-shot mods will increase the amount of bombs for cannon shots, but each main projectile will always produce 6 cluster bombs. Multi-shot also increases the pellets of barrage mode, so obviously, we can compare how it works to shotgun pellets that increases our chance of dealing status chance and also, increasing our overall damage. Now this is actually a good setup when using the Zarr with mag. With the help of this Warframe's magnetize ability, we can safely shoot the Zarr, and the damage does scale really well due to magnetize additional damage boost. It's really a combination that allows you not to miss a single shot, and dealing the full damage of each initial and secondary pellets of the Zarr. But the Zarr becomes really powerful when you mod it with a viral build, and pair it with a Warframe that can strip enemy armors. In this case you only need to replace high voltage with rhyme rounds and you are good to go. Now, there's probably a couple of Warframes that can strip armors fast, but I have 2 favorites when it comes to fully maximizing the potential of the Zarr. One is Ash. I bet you guys have your Ash Prime now, so I strongly suggest that you try the Zarr for this Warframe. The only thing you need is mod your Ash with at least 145% power strength, some efficiency, lots of duration, and with his Seeking Shuriken augment, and you'll be stripping enemy armors easy. When the enemies have no armor, you can see how easily they can be killed with a viral Zarr. But if there's a Warframe that perfectly synergies with the Zarr, that is Broberan. No, this is not favoritism. Seriously guys, if you have a Zarr, go try it on your Oberon. It may sound odd at first, but I feel really comfortable using the Zarr with my Oberon. Ash do strip enemy armors efficiently compared to Oberon, but this Warframe has more than stripping enemy armors. With my current build, it may take 2 Cast of Reckoning to totally strip enemy armors, and I know that's nowhere near as good as Ash Seeking Shuriken. However, Oberon does have some crowd control abilities that will let you fire your Zarr at will. In paper, it's not actually a surprisingly good combo, but when you use it, you will find that Zarr and Oberon is a match made in heaven. Now it's not actually needed, but a Riven would probably make the Zarr even better. If you have a Riven, then go post it on the comment box below and let your squad leader drool on how good your Riven are. Or, if I forgot some details about the Zarr, then go write it also on the comment below. So that's it. The Zarr is definitely a must-try weapon for everyone. It's really a weapon of mass destruction, especially when it is paired with the right Warframe. I do hope that his video suffice your need of an updated Zarr build, and I'll see you on my next video. Before you leave, please do me a favor and give this video a like if you enjoyed watching it, and don't forget to subscribe if it's your first time visiting our channel and want to see more from us. Just don't forget to turn on notifications to receive daily updates from this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Squad leader signing off.
Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations that